Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, introducing you to my Mass Effect 3 Insanity Difficulty video walkthrough. This is the Citadel plea, and this is our first exposure to the Citadel on this game. And all you're going to be doing here is going into a meeting and talking, and because that's the type of stuff that I'm not going to be showing for the purpose of the guide, it's not all that interesting, this video. It's just a quick one. What I am going to be doing is showing you a shop in the Citadel area of the embassies that will enable you to buy some of the best weapons on the game. They do come at a price though. They are 250,000 credits, and the one I'm going to be picking up is the Black Widow, which is equivalent of a 50 cal sniper rifle. It's super effective, but it's expensive. And one of the things you're not going to see me do on this guide is mine. And it's really effective scanning planets and mining them, because you can get money, you can get side quests, you can get items, you can get upgrades, you can get lots of things. And that will make your life easier when it comes to saving coin and getting things earlier on. But like I said, this is bare bones. This is pretty much a speedrun of Mass Effect 3. I think there's only one mission that I do, which I thought was a priority mission, and it isn't. And it's the Rachni mission with Grunt. But aside from that, everything else is priority, because if you're just joining us, this is going to be all the main missions to the end of the game on Insanity to get you that achievement. There's going to be no nonsense, no messing about. It's going to be as streamlined as I can make it. But yeah, to sum up what I've basically said, I'm going to be buying the collector's armor for my protection. I'm going to be saving up for the Black Widow, and that is pretty much going to be my financial purchases of the game. Everything else is going to be just, you know, combat focused and ability. That's literally it. But that does not mean that my playthrough of this game is the way that you should play it. It's just obviously going to be a reference for anybody challenged by some of the areas. And I do believe the only places that anyone's going to suffer or really struggle with is some of the tougher sections where they introduce a lot of heavy enemies, and you just don't have the ammo to deal with them unless you're somehow a biotic or something like that has a lot of powers that you can rely on. Because I'm going to say it right now, people, if you're focusing on guns and you're focusing on being a soldier, you're going to have a much harder time than any other class. You really are. It's that simple. And it's simply down to the fact that for the amount of damage that the enemies take and the amount of ammunition it takes to kill them in numbers is not complemented well by the amount of ammo that the game gives you. It really isn't, and that is why you need to use the mods to get more ammo. You need to carry more weapons, essentially, unless you have an ability you can spam that is really effective against everything. But this is the armor screen that shows you where each of the individual pieces of armor will affect you differently. So this is some place that you want to definitely spec towards whatever you do. For me, melee and all that shit is pointless. Ammo is a good one, weapon damage is obviously a good one, and all the shield and the health stuff is nice, but it's all preference, it all depends on what you've got. And the only problem I have with this is some of the good pieces of armor look like dog shit. And I'm a very visual guy, so I like to wear armor that looks cool, that I appreciate, and if it doesn't, it really puts me off selecting it. And I know that sounds very fussy, but it's just how I am. And I was hoping that the Terminus armor was going to be in this game, and it might be somewhere. You might be able to buy it, but I haven't seen it. I've seen the Inferno, I've seen the Dragon Age one, I've seen the Kingdoms of Amalur one, and I think that's it. And the Collector one, obviously. There's a few that I've not seen. But they might be in there somewhere, you just have to find them. And I've actually just started my third playthrough where I can talk to people, explore the universe, do the side quests, because to me, Mass Effect is going to a foreign world that's like constantly looking purple or pink because of all the neon lighting and all the fucking, you know, futuristic Blade Runner-esque cities, and it's going into those neon dance rave clubs filled with aliens, talking to somebody, learning about some kind of scandal that's happening, and then getting into an impromptu gunfight in the middle of a bar in some, you know, neon futuristic town. That is what Mass Effect is to me, and that is what I enjoy. And on the two playthroughs that I've done to get this guide out as quick as possible, I've not had any of that, so to me it hasn't even started yet, because that's just what I enjoy. But there's an interesting balancing thing they've done here as well, is you cannot take one of the guns off your team, because if it was up to me, I would not have Tali, I would not give her a submachine gun, because it's a pile of shit and it would make her recharge much faster. But to keep the game slightly balanced, what they've done is they've made it so that you have to give them a weapon. But you can get around that, because if you spec towards recharge time, which is on every ability, there's always one that will get you, look, 25% recharge speed, and you can just, you know, bias your decisions based upon what you want to do. Do you want it more powerful, or do you want it to respawn faster? It's that simple. But we're going to be landing on another planet shortly, and I will see you in that video, so you take care now.